Hey everybody, it's me, Cyrus. Today I want to talk to you about something that is pretty fascinating to me. So, I think I've made it pretty clear in doing this channel and the previous channel that I had and, my whole time on YouTube. I think I made it pretty clear that my favorite era, like if I was to pick one group of consoles, video game consoles, or even just video games in general, one group that was my favorite. I believe that it would be the era of the 16-bit games, the TurboGrafx 16, the Sega Genesis, and the Super Nintendo. That generation. You could even include Neo Geo in that, and that particular era of gaming, the arcades at the time, and the consoles at the time. It's my favorite. The TurboGrafx being my number one, just because it's weird and I'm weird, and but more than that, it's got a really special quality to it, especially the CD games. There's just something really, that CD really took the TurboGrafx to a whole nother place. Like on its own, the turbo chips and the hue cards are really great. They're 16-bit quality on an 8-bit system that is just amazing. But that CD-ROM changed things forever. I mean, because the TurboGrafx CD, the PC Engine CD, was able to accomplish what it did, it was able to lift games to a place that it blew my mind back then, and I know that a lot of people felt the same way. In fact, if it hadn't taken off, if it hadn't been such a spectacle, such a massive improvement, such a powerful new medium, if it hadn't succeeded in that way, then who's to say, how things would have gone, but you have to say that led to other CD systems coming out. Sega took note of what was going on and released the Mega CD or the Sega CD. And really, there are some fantastic Sega CD games out there. And the Sega CD did have some extra hardware also, which helped out with some of those games. The PC Engine and TurboGrafx CD was literally, it was just extra medium. There wasn't any new, like, hardware there other than more system RAM, you know? But having that CD with the music and with the capability there, it just was amazing. And one of the consoles that we had all hoped to see lifted in that same way was, of course, the Super Famicom and the Super Nintendo. And that one back there. But unfortunately, things just didn't work out. There was plans and then different plans, and there was a whole history there, and you can look all that stuff up. But the plan was to, on its own, see, the Super Nintendo had an amazing sound chip in it. So maybe it didn't need the CD as bad as the TurboGrafx and the Genesis needed a CD, because it could do, absolutely fabulous music on its own with cartridges. But we always wondered and we always hoped to see what could be accomplished with the Super Famicom and the Super Nintendo with a CD drive. So, unfortunately, it didn't ever happen. We never got that. But in this day and age, with the technology that we have available, it is possible to see and hear what that might have looked like or sounded like had it actually come to be. There's a technology called MSU-1, and this type of technology allows for people to go in and hack a ROM for a game, a cartridge for the Super Famicom, and add CD music to it, and add full motion video to it, actually, also. So you really can get that experience of what it might have been like had there actually been a Super Nintendo CD-ROM. So I have been playing with this. If you want to play with it yourself, you can. A lot of modern emulators support MSU-1. You'll have to find these downloads. I'm not really going to point them out to you where to find them, but you can find them, and then you can experience this for yourself. But that's what we're going to be looking at in this video, and we're going to go through some of these MSU-1 titles and just soak it in and just enjoy what this would have been like had we actually gotten this add-on for Super Nintendo. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop yakking and pretending like I know history. And we're going to check out some MSU-1 titles running on RetroArch on the SNES emulator. And we're going to do it that way. You can run them on real hardware too. You just have to have the fancy, expensive EverDrive. The cheaper EverDrives, it doesn't work. But you can do it on real hardware with a good EverDrive. But we're going to check it out with an emulator. And we'll do some other enhancement too on Mode 7 stuff and stuff like that. Just to have a full upgraded experience of what might have been possible in some ways. Maybe we're going a little too far with that. But, you know, we're going to experience Super Nintendo CD. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. This is RetroArch. I have created a separate playlist just for these MSU-1 titles. We're going to take a look at them. I'm not going to talk a lot as the game is going because I want you to really be able to hear the music. I will talk a little bit, but not a whole lot. But I pulled out some different, I've downloaded these. These are the ones that I've downloaded so far. But there are a lot. There are several dozen that you can actually find. In fact, there's different versions of these. Like here's 2 different versions of F-Zero. And we're going to start with F-Zero in our examination here. But I'll just show you how it goes. So pull it up here. And I'm going to, like I said, I'll turn the music up on it. Let you hear the volume up on the game and let you hear that. And we'll go from there. So this is, just imagine in your mind, you've got a Super Nintendo CD. You turn it on, you put in your F-Zero disc, and this is what it might have been like. Here we go. Oh yeah. I've got the HD mode 7 going, so just imagine the Super Nintendo CD might have enhanced that in some way as well. Who knows? We got to check out Big Blue. As you can see, it sounds, or as you can hear, it sounds absolutely fabulous. But there's plenty of more of these for us to take a look at. So let's bring up another one. All right. Next up, well, there's several different things here I want to show you. We'll just go through these one at a time. But before we move into any more Super Nintendo stuff, there's a couple of regular Nintendo games that were ported over using the MSU-1 stuff. And I think it's really cool to check those out as well. So let's look at the first Contra with CD music. They might have done a re-release of Contra for the Super Nintendo CD, and this is what that might have been like. I messed up the code. Pretty awesome stuff. Pretty amazing. Anyway, you get the picture on that. But if we're going to look at Contra, the NES version with some CD music, we definitely got to check out Contra 3, the Alien Wars, and see what that's like. This one's pretty loud, sorry. Ah, man. Well, you get the point. You get the point with that. Pretty awesome music. Absolutely. But we got plenty more to look at. So, let's see. How about a little Batman Returns with actual Batman Returns music from the movie? One of my favorite movies, and a really good beat 'em up for Super Nintendo. Somebody that loves Batman Returns, match that music up because that is awesome. I had to watch the whole thing. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna start the game here. Hang on. Oh, I can do that. It's about to go into the demo. Here we go. Check this out. I mean, it really does elevate the whole experience to something completely different. And I would have killed to have had this version of Batman Returns back in the day. That's freaking amazing. All right. Plenty more to look at. Um, have you ever played Dragon Warrior? Well, they did a remake of Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, Dragon Quest 1 and 2. And the graphics and everything were obviously improved a lot for Super Famicom. Well, here's an English translation of that remake, but with full CD music. So let's see what that sounds and looks like. This is like what the Super Nintendo CD would have been great for, absolutely right here. Let's get into a battle. See if we can find us a little slime. Come out wherever you are. Try one more of those. Maybe we can find a little bit stronger. Red slime, maybe. Something like that. Huh. That wasn't too bad either. Maybe a Drake? There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, this is just absolutely spectacular. Like, obviously, I don't think you would get this level of music even back in that day. It would have been probably not full-on orchestra type music like this. But now we get to have this experience, and this really makes me want to play through this enhanced version of Dragon Quest, because it is, I mean, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. And this is what would have been possible with the Super Nintendo CD. So, anyway, more to check out. Let's move on. Earth Defense Force is a really cool shooter. It's a shmup that came out early in the Super Nintendo's life. I really enjoy it. It's one of my personal favorites on Super Nintendo. Let's check out what a CD version of Earth Defense Force for Super Nintendo might have looked like.
Jericho.
Anyway, you get the point on that. I actually think the music for the cartridge version is, I mean, it's probably just nostalgia, but I prefer that. But anyway, still, it's a interesting thing to see. Okay. What about the original Legend of Zelda? An upgraded version of that could have come out. Hmm. Oops. There we go. I was like, how am I doing this wrong? Okay. Register. I think you get the point on that one. Pretty cool. What about the other Zelda? Link to the Past for Super Nintendo CD version.
Link! We are done for the day. Let's head home.
All right, Uncle. My first harvest. These apples are perfect. Just the right color and shine.
Let me see. This is a great start for the season.
Can you
This
imagine
has gotta be
seeing
the
this?
best apple orchard in all of Hyrule. Everyone's gonna travel here to try my apples.
Your apples, huh?
I've even got a name for the orchard.
Oh, yeah? And what is that?
Well, it would make sense to name it Link's Legendary Apple Orchard. What's so funny?
Wow. And back in this day, that was some really good FMV right there. Like, this runs on real hardware if you have a good EverDrive that'll do it. And that's the Super Nintendo resolution and color palette right
Do you ever
there.
think about leaving the farm? You always wanted to become a knight of Hyrule. There is far more out there than just apples.
I don't think I'm needed for that. And I wouldn't want to carry around a heavy sword and shield all day and miss out on home-cooked meals like this.
Well said. Let's eat.
Uncle, thank you for everything. You protected me after my parents died, and have been taking care of me ever since. You're like a father to me, and I hope one day I can be as kind and honorable as you.
You're growing up, Link. You're growing up.
Who are you?
I am Zelda. Who are you?
I'm Link.
Link. You must help me. I'm in the castle dungeon. Hurry! There's a secret passage behind the bush at the castle gate. Hurry!
Was that a dream? Uncle. Uncle, where would he have gone this late at night? He took the sword and shield. Something must have happened at the castle. What's going on? This can't be good. No, my apples! Uncle?
There's not much time. Take the sword. Rescue Princess Zelda.
Someone has entered the castle. Find them. The ritual cannot be complete without the seven spirits.
Were you the one calling me?
Were you the one who answered?
Why are you in here?
was chosen to be the seventh sacrifice. Master Sword!
I will kill you.
Zelda!
You get the point. We're not going to play the whole thing, obviously. We're just taking a quick look here. But this seems like a pretty amazing way to play Link to the Past. So we'll have to come back to that in another video. Star Fox also has some awesome full motion video in it. We're not going to look at every single one of these on this video. We're going to look at some of these separately. But I think we'll leave off with Super Mario World just to check that out. And we'll save the rest of these for another time. Oops. Whoops. There we go. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up this video. Check out the MSU-1 games that are available out there. You can find them at a place that archives things on the internet. I'll just say that. And several emulators through RetroArch and other things will actually play these. So give it a shot. Check them out. You might have a lot of fun with it. You might have a whole new take and a whole new experience with some games that you thought you knew very well. I think it's a fantastic way to play Super Nintendo games. Obviously, I still love the cartridges. In fact, in some ways, you know, nostalgia probably, who knows. And some of these I prefer the cartridge music and everything, but you may not agree with some of the choices as far as like the implementation of full motion video for like Zelda or Star Fox or different games, but it's worth at least checking them out. Alright, thanks for watching guys. More videos coming soon. Let me know if you want to see any more of these, and if you have played these, or if you decide to download any of these games and check them out, please let me know your thoughts as well, because that'd be pretty cool. Be pretty cool thing to share. So far I think my favorite was probably that Batman Returns. I just freaking love Batman. But man, check out some of this stuff because it's pretty damn cool. And this is nice too, this Mario right here. Anyway, alright guys, I will check you later. Thanks, bye bye.